Hi, my name's Erica Phillips, and I'm going to be doing a second grade science lesson. So, hi class.
Hi.
How are you today?
Good.
Good. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to play kind of an imagination game, okay?
Yeah.
So I'm thinking of something, and I'm going to describe it, and you have to tell me what you think it is, okay? I'm thinking of something that is very wet. It has a lot of water. It is very salty. Does anyone have any
Ocean.
guess? Raise your hand, David. Yes, David.
The ocean.
Very good. We're going to be talking about the ocean. Has anyone ever been to the ocean? Go ahead and raise your hand if you've ever been to the ocean. Oh, David, what did you do there?
Fish.
You fished? Wow, did you catch anything?
Yeah.
What'd you catch?
Fish.
Okay, very cool. So anyway, back to what we were talking about. We are going to be talking about all of the Earth's oceans. Our standards, we're actually going to have a couple of them. We're going to have a science standard that involves labeling on a map or globe the continents, oceans, equator, and the north and south poles. So what we want to pay attention to out of that is that we're going to be looking at a map and talking about the Earth's oceans. Then we're going to be doing some language arts skills where we're going to ask who, what, where, when, and why, and how about a text that we read. Okay? Then there's another one as well. We're going to identify the main topic of a multi-paragraph text as well as specific paragraphs within the text. So pretty much what all of that means is that we're going to be talking about the Earth's oceans, and then we're going to write about it, and we're going to read a passage about the oceans. Okay? Everyone with me?
Yep.
All right. So what I need you to do is we're going to fill out a KWL chart about what we want to know about the oceans, or what we know about the oceans. So, David, I know you said you've been to an ocean before. What's something you know about oceans?
They have a current.
Wow, that is a really big word. Holy cow. Okay, they have a current. Yeah, maybe like the rip currents. Do you know how to swim?
Yeah.
Okay, so you probably know that you don't want to get caught in that rip current because the ocean is moving, moving, moving. You have to swim against it. Okay, so the current. We already said that it has water. Is the ocean fresh or salt water?
Salt.
Salt. Good. So I'll put salt. And you said you fished. Has fish. Anything else we know about the ocean?
No.
No. Maybe there's a lot of them near Florida. Like you said, they have a current, so the water is moving. It's salty. So we actually know a lot of stuff about oceans, right? But we don't know everything. So, what are some things that you would like to know about the Earth's oceans? Think about that for a second. If you could ask any question about the oceans, what would you want to know?
I don't know.
You don't know. Okay. So why don't you turn and talk to a partner for a minute?
He doesn't know either.
Okay. So let me kind of guide you in the right direction. So, you know that you've been to one of the oceans, right? When you went swimming and everything?
Yeah.
Okay. So, do you think that's the only ocean? Probably, right? But maybe someone else thinks that there's more. So I think we want to know how many oceans there are. Okay, how many? Okay. David, when you went to the ocean, did you know what it was called?
No.
No. So we want to know what?
The names.
Probably the names of the ocean. So what are they called? what are they called? What else? Let's see. Maybe where are they, right? So it looks like we're using all those questioning skills. Where, what, how, what are our other WH questions? Maybe when? We could do a when question. When, what's a when question you could come up with, David?
When were they named?
Wow, that's really good questioning skills. When were they named? Holy cow. We know the oceans have to be really old, right? They've been around forever since Earth was discovered, right? Okay, so that seems like a fair amount of questions we have for what we want to know. So now we're going to read our reading passage, and hopefully it will tell us these things. So here we go. I'm going to pass out some vocabulary sheets as well, because some of these in the passage are a little hard to understand. So we want to break them down so we can understand what we're reading. So, our passage is called what? What's the title of our passage, David?
Earth's oceans.
Very good. It's called Earth's Oceans. So obviously we're going to be learning about all of the Earth's oceans. And if you look at the map, I do have all of them labeled up here. So, the Arctic Ocean. The Arctic Ocean is the smallest and shallowest ocean on Earth. Oh, so I'm going to underline that part. And at only 5,427,000 square miles. So we know that's really big. It surrounds the North Pole. So where is it? North Pole. It has the lowest salinity. Salinity. That seems like a tough word. Everyone look at your vocab sheet. Salinity. David, what does salinity mean? Can you read the definition?
The amount of salt present.
So salinity is just a big word for how much salt it has. It has the lowest salinity due to the heavy inflow of fresh water from rivers and streams. So Arctic Ocean is not very salty. Because it's so close to the North Pole, the Arctic Ocean is covered by ice throughout most of the year. So when we hear Arctic Ocean, we want to think not salty and has ice. And it's the smallest. So now, what's the next ocean, David?
Atlantic.
Atlantic. The Atlantic Ocean is about 41,100,000 square miles. It's bounded by the North and South America on the west and Europe and Africa to the east. So we're going to talk about those more later. Those are continents. Those are just big areas of land. For an ocean, the Atlantic is pretty shallow. Shallow, is that one of our words? David, can you read the definition of shallow?
Of little depth.
Good. It's not deep. So when you hear the word shallow, you want to think of it's not deep. Like if you're in the swimming pool, you're on the shallow side, the not deep side. Okay, so we want to underline that. The Atlantic Ocean has had a huge impact on human migration. Migration, that's when people move somewhere for better reasons, better conditions. Maybe there's more land, maybe there's more food. They want to move there because there's better things there. So human migration. Okay, so when we see Atlantic, we're going to see that it's shallow, and there was a lot of people around that area. Indian Ocean makes up about 20% of water on Earth's surface. That is a big percentage. So Indian is going to be big. And it's saying all the different land that's around it. Pacific. Pacific Ocean is the largest and deepest of all of the world's ocean. That is a very important concept right there, so I'm going to underline it because we're going to need that. So, I see that sentence. I'm going to underline it because it is important. All the continents on Earth could fit into the area that the Pacific covers. So when you hear the word Pacific, I want you to think the biggest. And also Pacific means calm. Calm. David, what does calm mean? Can you look at your sheet? It's the
Not
last
windy.
one. Not windy. There's not going to be any movement. Pacific means calm, and it's the biggest. Southern. The Southern Ocean is the southernmost ocean on the planet. Southern is going down to the south. We're going to talk more about that later, too. It's surrounded by other oceans. So surrounded by other oceans. Important, so I'm underlining it. The Southern Ocean is home to a variety of wildlife, including whales, squids, and seals. That is important. Okay. So now what we're going to do is I want you to take your bubble chart and get a writing utensil out. And we're going to look at what was on the board. So we had this, which was on the projector. And we're going to look at everything that we just did our think aloud for. So, what I want you to do with your partner is I want you to write a fact or two about each of the Earth's oceans. Okay? So now we're just doing it so we can visually see it. So, how many oceans are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So there's 5 oceans. So yeah, so work with your partner, turn and talk with your partner. Did you have something to say, David?
No,
It's okay.
I don't have anything to say.
Oh, I thought you said that there was actually a different number of oceans.
No,
No? Did you see your mistake?
no.
Oh, well, I heard what you said, so I'm just going to bring it up. It looked like you thought that there were 6, but this one is just it's the biggest one, so it reaches all the way around to the other side. So see how it's the same name, Pacific and Pacific?
Yeah.
It's really the same ocean. So how many oceans are there?
5.
5. Very good. Okay, so anyway, back to what we were talking about. Turn and talk to your partner. I want you to write a fact about each ocean. And you can look at what we have underlined on the projector as well. Okay, so go ahead and put pencils down. Thank you, David. So now, thank you, sir. So now what we're going to do is you're going to use your bubble chart, your semantic map, as a guide for our writing passage. So, pass it out. So this is going to be your guide. And we're going to go over the writing prompt together. So David, can you read me the writing prompt? Just read the first couple sentences.
Look at the Earth's different oceans. Choose one of Earth's oceans and explain you would like to visit it.
If you would like to visit it.
Write your answer in the paragraph form.
Good. So the sentences that are below it are just how I'm going to grade it. I am going to grade it on a rubric. So it says, please include 3 supporting facts about your ocean choice. Make sure that your passage has no grammar or spelling mistakes, along with it being on task. Also, please make sure that your handwriting is readable. So I need to be able to read it. You need to support your answer, and you need to make sure you're writing about one of the Earth's oceans and why you'd like to visit it. Alright, so you guys can go ahead and start that. Thank you, David. Okay, so let me go ahead and collect those. Okay, so to review what we learned about the oceans, we need to finish our charts. We put what we know, what we want to know, and what we learned. So, who can raise their hand and tell me how many oceans are there? David?
5.
Very good. There's 5. What about, what are they called? What are their names?
Pacific, Atlantic, Arctic, Indian, Southern.
Good. and you're using your resource, because if you just look at the map, it literally tells you the names of each of the oceans. Alright, and then as a further review, I was going to play a song as a review. And the song pretty much says, it talks about all 5 of the oceans, their names, and where they're at.